This stream was made possible thanks to my amazing Patreon supporters, so thank you all so much for your support, and a great big thanks to the Dastardly DMs, Whimsical Wisp and Moxie the Demon. Previously on Odysseys of Öskular. Corda stumbles in through the door.
Yeah, she's looking very disheveled and tired.
You look exhausted, are you alright?
Oh, it's been great! I have been...
As you emerge from the mass grave, a bronze creature with a beard of flames extend their hand to aid and pull you out. Didn't you hear? The charges are about to blow. We gotta get going.
I'm gonna chuck his, I chuck his ass on top of these two guys in the car and give it a great big hit so that it goes careening down the track.
As you finally escape, you see the entrance of the mine completely sealed off.
I go easy on the drinks.
The warden heads over.
I've got news for you. Seems your pardons are nearly ready to be officiated, but there's a wee task that needs attending to first. There's been some demonic business brewing in the depths of our fair city, so we'd love for you to investigate. And he slides a bit of parchment signed High King Thrain Stoneheart, stepping into the dilapidated streets of the poor district. You can hear frantic screaming in the distance. Your path is suddenly blocked by a river of molten lava. It is a grotesque feathered devil. Turns, leaps over the entire bridge, lands just in the mouth of the cave. You see a strange man clad in black and red robes. He has a very distinctive chess rook symbol on his chest, and Anna will immediately notice your mother's very distinctive locket hanging around his neck. Pulling through into the next room, you see portal at the other side. You see Barlgura speaks in Infernal.
No one may disturb Zolmadon.
So you see the moonbeam begin to narrow itself down into a fine point like a laser that is just drilling down into this creature's skin there, weakening it.
Making it all the easier for Corda to cleanly rip his head in half.
I don't get those back on a shirt, so I will be here.
What does the familiar button do? Oh.
Summons you familiar, I guess.
Summons you familiar. So,
Oh, we made it back across the flame bridge.
yes, yeah. So we are picking up shortly after you make your way out of the dimly lit tunnels back into the underground city of Öskular. You see your friend, your new companion, Wakefield, arriving as he finally caught up and found where you are. So you're meeting in the Pur district. You can already tell that the kind of chaos in the area has started to subside, and there's a lot less screaming. You can't really hear the people like robbing each other and stuff in the surrounding streets. So it appears that closing the hellhole seems to have stopped the effects on everybody at this time. So meeting up in this area, we are no longer in a big hurry, what would you like to do now that you're not in a rush?
Gonna kind of slip past people I've been with as I see Wakefield, and I'm gonna be like, "Morning, sleepyhead," or sleepy
He
bot,
has a head.
I guess.
He still has a head.
He still has a head. Sigurd's never seen a high forge, so he didn't know if that was technically rude.
I was just charging, don't mind me.
Ah, of course. Sigurd's amazing intelligence takes you at your word.
While you stand here, you are able to see this room over here over this direction, as the door is still left open from last time, and it's you're reminded of the strange symbol that you saw on the ground in there that seemed to like sap your strength a bit and affected your knacks. Also, Enna found her mother's necklace on some strange cult guy in there.
You must have read my mind, D, because that's actually what I was thinking of right there. Yeah, Corda nudges over. Corda gives Enna a nudge and then points over to the room, the way we're at, and says, "It's a bit quieter now. You want to take a closer look at that fella that had your amulet?"
Yes, I bloody well would. I suppose everyone else could join us. That way we all know what the bloody hell we're going up against.
There was a fella up here. He was doing some weird bloody magic. I've never seen
Did you
anything
guys
like
get
this.
hurt the last time you went in there? Do you really want to go back?
Nah,
I mean,
we're fine.
Not necessarily hurt, but I mean, at least I wasn't. I did feel something tried to overtake me though.
As we walk into this room, do we feel anything?
No, you don't.
Okay.
As Corda attacked and broke whatever the seal was on the ground last time.
Yeah, this floor is all smashed up and banged.
I'm going to come in, but I'm also just gonna kind of observe in the corner.
You're just staring at the corner again.
Yeah, and I spun the wrong way.
So everybody's in this room at the moment.
It's a cave off to the side.
There is a small cave over there. As you investigate that, you can see that it has collapsed. You can, whomever is interested, can roll me nature or survival, whichever you want to investigate that.
I'll roll a survival check.
Yeah, screw it, I will too, why not?
That's a 7. I'm a bit unsure.
That's a 19.
Roll nature.
Nature or survival?
Nope.
Oh, okay, well, at least we're getting all the low rolls out of the way first.
Yeah.
I got a 10 on survival.
Well,
Thank goodness for Enna.
yeah. So Anna, you are able to tell that this cave, this passageway, was deliberately collapsed. You can see the residue and particles and little bits and bobs of explosive debris at this side, so implying that whomever this guy was must have blown it up after his arrival, or possibly to prevent something else from getting in that direction. But as the rest of you are in here, you don't feel the effects of the room that Corda and Enna were talking about. You don't feel any kind of searing pain on your neck. You don't feel drained or anything like that. But you do see the symbol on the ground. It is strikingly similar to the symbols on the back of your necks. There are other symbols etched through it, but it is a little bit hard to read and understand because of the damage that's been done to it. So, anybody that wants to investigate that can roll me Arcana or Religion.
Arcana or what?
Religion.
I'm good at both of those, I think.
Oh, wow.
Nice.
Okay, that makes sense. Honestly, that makes sense.
Yeah, if there's anybody who's a resident demonologist, I would trust Kasson.
Okay, so Kassan, you recognize the symbols around it. Hey! And Wakefield, you also you're coming at this from like a different perspective, right? Kassan's got Arcana, you've got Religion, but you both see symbols around it. Kassan, you recognize the symbols as being some sort of binding or a repelling force. Basically saying we don't want this written around in a circle around the symbol that's on the back of your necks. It's on the floor. And Wakefield, you specifically recognize that the symbols themselves are kind of demonic. It's not specifically infernal or abyssal, but rather like abyssal runes that have been carved in. And their specific purpose is to stop demons. And that's what both of you get together.
So they thought they could stop the beast.
They thought wrong.
Question is, did they summon it themselves and were overpowered by their presumed minion? Or were they good-natured and merely found a spot where it was coming to rise? If I recall, when Kassan ruffles through his equipment and whatnot, he pulls out that scroll that he received last time, which is the scroll for Magic Circle. It seems that our quarry also had some level of understanding of protection magics and how to overcome them.
This fella, he summoned a demon he couldn't even control?
Happens more often than you think. Happens more often than you think.
Yes.
Kassan will recognize the uniform of this cultist, as bloodied as it is now. The chess theme still kind of shines through, and you recognize it as a member of the rank and file.
The rank and file. I should have known as much. They were the ones who first introduced me to this infestation. They are cultists who worship devils. I've heard it described various ways, that they simply abduct people and sacrifice them. I've heard that they are really bad people who realize they will die and go to the hells eventually, so might as well make some allies down there beforehand. I've even heard one refer to it as Hell's recruitment camp, trying to go and raise up the next generation of devils. Which is accurate, I can't say. Before I had a chance to ask questions, they spewed black smoke from their lungs and transformed into monsters I had to slay.
The devil
That
got
was
him.
perfection. His ethereal form is like cutting in and out. It's great.
If that's the case, and Enna pulls out her mother's locket.
They
What?
did tell me.
Oh God, playing something that's happening right now.
He's tweaking.
Right before the smoke. Right before
Someone grab him before he tweaks too hard.
Yeah, you're breaking up
I was,
super bad.
Okay, they warned me that
it's
right
fine,
before
no.
the black smoke came out, that it was too late and they had been found. So, San says that he thinks that perhaps this is not the Ronkin's fault and they are actually trying to go and stop this plague at its source, though he cannot say either with any definitive proof.
Interesting.
If that's the case, then why the bloody hell did they have my mom's locket?
Was your mom possibly dragged along into this?
I mean, as I told y'all when we first met, all I know is that I got home, and I found this letter on the table. I can't quite tell what's written at the bottom, and I never really had time to analyze it. But now that I think about it, and thinking of what I've seen you do, Kasan, the thing I can't read starts with "Remember the starlight." Do you think maybe you might be able to make out what's written?
I'll give it a try. And Kashan casts guidance on himself and is going to look it over to see if he can determine what it says or if he can get any ideas as to what would be necessary to go and interpret this.
Well, to begin with, let's just do a investigation check.
Okay. 1 second. Given the importance of this, Tom is going to go ahead. His eyes glow white for a second before giving to a dark blue as he recites that poem again about the chill of winter bringing wisdom to the form of the dragon. So if I roll a 10 or lower, then I automatically get a base 10.
Okey-doke.
So that is 10 plus 1 plus 2. So that is actually 13.
13. Okay. You are able to. Yeah, I'd say you're able to make it out. It's still smudged and a little bit difficult. You don't get every single word, but you can get out the base kind of meaning of it. And let's copy this. Let's see. There. There we go. Can you all read that?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay.
The Starlight Apparition. Oh, I clicked on it and it pulled up a character sheet. I'm closing it. I'm guessing I wasn't supposed to see that.
It's not a big deal, but yeah, you can close it.
Okay.
The starlight apparition? Does that ring any bells to any of you?
You see Sigurd like kind of puts his hand on your shoulder and he goes, not a clue.
Corda just gives a shrug.
I guess Kasan might actually have a little bit, like with his starry forms and stuff and his druidic nature, so we could get a religion check on that with advantage.
Okay.
Yeah, I think religion's good.
Is that only the
Once
next
again,
check?
I'm with right form, so that is actually an 11.
11.
Don't forget guidance.
Oh, let me smack you
Oh, yeah.
again.
I got guidance.
Yeah, because double guidance!
Concentrate and he gets smacked with a solid metal hand.
That's a 13.
Mine's
again.
better. No, it's not. Never mind.
13.
Okay, yeah, you understand that a starlight apparition is a type of celestial that is intrinsically linked with the stars. And with a 13, you're not going to get a whole lot, but you understand that they have been known to patron warriors or sponsor warriors, like a warlock patron almost.
Interesting. Speaks of a divine entity that gives strength. Is this where your power comes from, Enna?
I mean, I don't know. They just kind of manifested while we were on the ship over here to Öskular. Maybe? God, I don't know.
And
I mean, all my life I've just known my parents working in taverns.
as you stand there holding your father's cane, glancing down towards it, you realize that it is... it has carvings of like constellation-themed carvings on it. So it goes a little bit deeper than you might have realized.
Would I have ever noticed that before?
I'd say you would have noticed it, but just assumed it's an aesthetic choice of your father's.
Now it seems much more relevant.
Oh my god. I'm actually going to crack open the locket to show the family portrait inside and show it to Kassan and say, do you recognize either of these people? Do you recognize my mom and dad? I mean, you said you worked with these people at least for a little bit before all the hell broke loose.
You do not.
It was a very cursory introduction, unfortunately. I knew one for a short period as we traveled, but when I met the others, it was mere moments before the infection broke through and turned them. I will look over the pictures, though, and see if the faces are familiar. I take it they're not, unfortunately.
No. You do not recognize them.
Well, I mean, at least I've gotten a bit more of an answer as to what might have happened to them. Didn't realize that my family was in with Celestials. Why does that... My mom was never very fond of my powers. She kind of saw them as a good thing, but at least every now and then when I used them, she kind of just gave a sad look. This is a lot to take in. But it gives me a little more faith that they might be alright. Well, thank you for some of the answers, Kassan. I appreciate it.
After...
I'm sorry, I can give more.
No, it's fine.
After looking around a bit more, you realize that there isn't much else of value in the room.
I would like to ask, is this a book on the table? Like, is that like a physical book we can pick up?
Yeah, there is a book there. Looking through it, though, it is mostly blank. It appears to be more of a journal, but it is written in a language that you don't understand.
Can Sigurd go to look at it and see if he can read it?
Yes, it is in Infernal.
Ah,
Nice.
can read Infernal.
Awesome. So, also, Corda would recognize the language from something that she's looked at recently, but not.
Yeah, I open up the book and I flick through it and it says, "Oh, I know that this is it's that demon stuff, like the this is that demon stuff, I guess. You know how to read this?"
Absolutely. You get used to it when you end up kind of having to deal with it per se. And I will roll.
She looks down at the writing on the book and she sort of hesitates for a minute, glances over to her pouch, and then back up to Sigurd and just passes him the journal.
Awesome. So the journal would probably be better if I just posted it in chat, but I will read some of it as is necessary.
He's gonna start reading it in Infernal. He's gonna start going.
See, I would. If I was DMing, I totally would just start like speaking complete and utter gibberish because I love doing that sort of thing.
It's just sound effects from the tank from Left 4 Dead.
He just speaks French.
Anything with French.
Oh, sorry, I posted it private. That's my bad.
Whoa, holy shit, Star Wars!
You guys see Sigurd as he opens it, he just starts going Lask Nafrask Nisk Ishnuk Lak Washna as it's as
Sigurd, in calm,
Yeah?
if you wouldn't mind.
Oh, my humblest apologies. The darkness swirls around us, thick and suffocating like tar seeping into our very soul. I can feel its tendrils coiling around my mind, whispering promises of power and salvation, but I know better. I have seen the horrors that lurk within the shadows, the twisted forms of the demons that hunger for our world. The others in the cult, they revel in their madness, blind to the chaos they unleash with each incantation and sacrifice, but not me. No, I will not succumb to the darkness. I must stop them, stop the demons from rising and consuming us all. But how? The rituals, the chants, they blur together in my mind, a tangled mess of words and symbols. I must find a way to undo the damage we have wrought, before it is too late. But first, I must find clarity amidst the chaos, find a path through the darkness that threatens to engulf us all. Is that better, Enna?
That is the last entry in a journal filled with mostly nonsensical writings. It's clear that whomever this was losing their mind. Or rather, I should say, that's the last legible one.
Eligible.
Yeah.
Ramblings of some loony, I guess.
Well, I mean, judged by the fact that we saw literal demons and can see the sigil, as loony as it might sound, it seemed pretty rational to me.
I can't say you're wrong.
Alex, if only you said something before I put that mallet in him.
So about this cave-in behind us. It's not natural cave-in. I see some residue and remnants of explosives. Now that we know a bit more about what this, sorry to say, but, me and Corda kinda sprang into action and maybe we shouldn't have.
I mean, you're still alive, so to me it's fine.
Once a nutter, always a nutter.
Anyways, now that we know what this fella was up to, do you think maybe he was trying to hide something from the demons?
Judged by the way the cave-in, well, I wouldn't particularly know about cave-ins, but I had to guess, I'd say he was more likely keeping something out.
You reckon it connects back to the caves that we fought that beast in then?
Possible.
It is possible, but I'm not sure. I suppose it's all up to you all, because my frail arms, they won't be strong enough to move all the rubble.
Even with my strong arms, it would take quite a bit of time to move that much rubble.
So I suppose it's all up to you whether we want to investigate further or not. Besides, we've still got the warden to talk to about their freedom.
And their payment.
Well, let's not push our luck.
Corda, if I remember correctly, didn't he give you money before we left?
It was a down payment. Everybody knows. Have you ever done work for a guild before?
Why, of course I've worked in a guild. Usually they don't give down payment.
Oh, listen. You have much to learn, Sigurd, my good friend. You've got much to learn.
Wait, Sigurd, you've worked in an adventurers guild?
I was the chef!
Okay.
That makes sense.
As he's brandishing a cleaver in his left hand and his frying pan in the other.
That's so
like,
funny. That's so cute.
Yeah, of course. I mean, technically he's not wrong. You think I have this for convenience?
Alright, in that case then, I'll swindle the bastard later. We can go get our freedom first. How's that sound?
Good to me.
And if he doesn't give us anything, let's say I owe you a pint for what you and Kassan did back there. Both of yous.
I kind of sighed, like, nudge Enna, like, maybe use your special tankard for Corda.
You know what? That might be right. That might be a good
Corda's looking
idea.
at her flask full of whiskey already.
That might be a good idea, Sigurd. We don't want her going on another bender.
Definitely not.
Alright, so as you make your way back through the town, you end up stopping by a few shops. One of which was a small kind of rundown building that you wouldn't really give a second glance other than the fact you can see a couple of guards leaving in a bit of a huff as they leave. A dwarf. No, a dwergar comes out of the building with his fists raised up at the guards.
Until you come back, you hear? I ain't paying protection. I am the protection.
I like the cut of this man's jib.
As he spits on the ground in their direction before turning to make his way back into the building. You meet Grim Shadowhand. Grim Shadowhand. He welcomes you into the shop, and it gets a nice hand crossbow. And from there,
There it is.
The kobold wrist bow. developed by kobolds, that was. It's a bit of a shoddy craftsmanship, but for the most part, it should work as designed. But I thought you were you'd already been arrested. Did you break out when hell broke loose?
Breakout isn't technically the correct term. Technically speaking, we were escorted out by the warden himself.
Oh.
Yeah, had his back up against the wall after we did break out, but let's not dawdle on that.
Fair enough. Well, should you get up to any more criminal mischief, as it were, you can always find somewhere to drop off your goods with me. And if you're interested as well, if we've got any fighters, there's a bit of a fighting club going on. Big prizes. If anybody's interested.
You just see the widest fucking grin on Corda's face right now.
Can I roll insight?
You're a barbarian, not a fighter.
I just want to see if he's being completely honest with what he's saying, whether or not, like, saying we leave stuff with him if he's going to take a cut, or if he's withholding information, like, we do something with him, but then he'll come back and try to get something from us.
Alright, yeah, you can make your...
I just want to see if he's withholding information, really. Nope, definitely not!
You think that this is the single most truthful person you've ever met?
I mean, look at him! He's great!
Yeah,
he's a dwerger telling me, go fight in the fighting pit.
He's got a shaved head, he's got glowing red eyes, and he's wearing a dark cloak concealing most of his features. Yeah, you trust this guy. You would give him your firstborn.
I mean, if it was a firstborn with Berkeley, maybe. Oh, that's mean.
For Berkeley. He didn't deserve what he got. Right, so yeah, with that sorry?
He deserved something, just not that.
Yeah, true. With that, you leave the
Corda tells him, don't be a stranger when it comes to that fighting pit.
Yes, yeah, he mentions that if you're interested, just ask the guy on the bridge.
Oh, I see. Probably this right here, right?
Yeah. And
okay.
You're welcome to do that at any point that you might want to, but for now...
I think that's a great backup plan for when, like, a player is missing, but we want to have a major session.
Oh,
I kind of like that, yeah.
So, you continue on up to the... Well, you've got an option is to cross the bridge and go to the Brimstone Penitentiary, which is likely where the warden is, or head up to the top district where the palace is, where because you got White wasn't here last week. The parchment, the actual instructions to go and defeat this demonic menace down there, was actually signed by the king from the palace. So you can go to either of those. It's up to you.
I don't know about you folk, but I'm not really keen on visiting the royalty here.
Not while we still technically have bounties on our head.
I couldn't agree
Even
more.
if it is Amelia's mentality.
I have to go visit him to get the money.
Do you even have, like, a trophy of the head or anything?
I mean, I got its horn.
Yeah, got 2 horns.
Okay.
Also, just the evidence that the demonic activity seems to have stopped, or at least slowed down in the area.
Or the blood.
The blood on
Oh,
Corda.
Yeah,
anchor.
Corda's got plenty of blood.
So
I can make blood with it.
heading over, I guess, then to the
The penitentiary.
to the penitentiary. You cross the bridge. It stands sturdy over the massive river of lava. The river itself is about 60 foot wide. And obviously there's no swimming out of this. So, but the bridge is like constructed perfectly. It's extremely sturdy, and just as you're about halfway across, you see a kind of shanty-looking building set up on it. It is not much more than a wooden shed. It doesn't look particularly welcoming, and it's only about the size of one of those newspaper stands.
Okay.
Passing by, you see a see. Aha. Okay. Yeah. Passing by, you see a Goliath.
Wow.
Who is sat in this little newspaper stand shack thing, looking extremely bored. He's got his chin on his fist and his elbow on the table as he's kind of like nodding off while he's reading a book with extreme kind of concentration.
You suppose that's who Grim was speaking of?
What?
Probably. Sigurd is kind of just gonna keep walking past him.
Well, Corda, at least now we know what man we need to talk to for getting you some fun.
All right, so arriving back at the penitentiary, probably the last place you thought you'd be visiting again, but
this time, not as prisoners.
True. Arriving and heading in, you see that the majority of the prison is essentially completely written off. It has been sealed, essentially, and only the kind of reception area and the path down to the warden's office is still available. There isn't even a receptionist. That's how down on their luck these guys are. So,
Oh no.
heading in though, past the zero security and into the warden's office, you see Warden Hilda sat at his desk, furiously writing out letters. Oh, back so soon. Do you need backup? I suppose I could probably round up a
No,
couple.
we're actually quite finished.
And nod to Enna, signaling there to plop that demon horn on the table.
Anna follows suit.
So you take out the Balgur's horn that on the table. It stinks of sulfur, and the air around it is just becomes kind of dry and bitter to the mouth, to the taste. And he takes a look at it with, like, takes out his spectacles and puts them on as he leans forward, and he goes, "That, well, you really? Well, I'm glad you managed it. Truly, I won't lie. We were expecting to have to send in another party after you, but you did well, and you have a officially earned your pardons. So he takes out another bit of parchment and starts writing on it. He says, now, word doesn't travel particularly fast around these parts, but for the most part you should find that this letter, and he finishes writing it up and hands it over, and it has a it's very official, it's got a seal and stuff on it. He says, this letter should be enough to prove that you have been granted amnesty, as it were, pardoned for your crimes, but just make sure you don't lose it, because it'll be, if you're halfway across the country and you lose it, you're kind of fucked. But for the most part, that's you. He takes down, or he like opens a drawer and pulls out some wanted posters. You can see your faces on the wanted posters and a list of the crimes that you're wanted for listed underneath. As you kind of glance over, he like very quickly rips it up and he says, "You really don't want to know."
What does he say?
You really don't want to know.
I've got a penchant for collecting my wanted posters. You mind I could have a look at that?
I would also, as very
Hold on,
much
wait.
know, even though I have some idea.
I want to look at the model.
What the bloody hell have you been doing before all this?
She flashes you a toothy grin and then looks back to her wanted poster.
Well, as he had started to rip them up, he reluctantly hands you some shreds. At this point, you're not entirely sure whose crimes or whose that you're looking at, but you do see that there are some minor things, some minor kind of mischiefs, like stealing or causing public disturbances, all the way up to cannibalism and homicide and stuff like that there.
So he doesn't have any more intact versions, so we have no idea who did which one.
Well, maybe our wanted posters are hung up around the town. You might get a good look at me again.
Oh, bloody hell, what the hell did we all do while we were out?
Yeah, I'd rather just. Sigurd kind of has like this like blurry flashback of what happened, and then it's just like, yeah, no, never mind. Maybe I'm good.
Just he basically just scrumples up whatever he still has left and throws it into a bin. He says, "All right, so with that out of the way, I have been granted a payment as well to provide you, should you have returned, and it seems you have. So, and he is able to give you each 150 gold.
Yay!
Nice.
And everybody can add that themselves, yeah?
Yep.
I didn't
Sounds
hear
good.
the number. I kind of blacked out for a second.
150.
Okay.
150.
Channeling my 8 intelligence to do maths right now.
Come on,
Okay.
it's not even dice math.
I do calculators.
Dice math would be easier.
I do calculators to do dice math, dude. I don't fucking like. I still
do
use
dice-
calculator for double digits.
You say that while I'm over here doing calculus in my mind.
Well,
Do you
listen,
also do calculus in your mind?
when you're playing D&D, you need quick maths. Okay, calculators give quick maths.
I do calculus as in character and out of character. It's
Yeah, Corda quite happily takes that bag and stashes it into her pouch.
Very well. Okay. He says, that was, you're quite lucky that, you broke out from whatever haze you were in prior to the incident in the prison. Near as I can tell, there's only one other person managed to escape untainted, as it were.
And who is this?
He says, the rascal broke in and took his records as he was leaving, but he was dragonborn, maybe? Some sort of lizard folk. Whatever his name was, he'd been in the solitary confinement for some time.
It's a dark urge.
That's not a good sign.
So he didn't go loopy like the rest of them?
Well, that's just the thing. I don't know. We haven't seen him. So should you find a dragonborn that may have a similar, let's say, experience to you, maybe be on your watch. Should he be dangerous? I've written to the Adventurers Guild and hope that they will have further records, as most of ours have been destroyed.
Oh. Suppose I was have to go back eventually.
And
You got a description?
he, do you know what I do? But find him.
Also, did he say that the wanted posters had like pictures of us on it?
It did, yes.
Before he ripped them up.
Oh,
Damn, I'll find myself another one.
okay. He said Dragonborn.
Okay, so it is confirmed Dragonborn. I can go ahead and cross that off the list.
I was fully convinced he was about to say a Durgar. We're gonna have to turn in Grim.
He's really
Drow
good
again.
disguises.
I don't want to hurt Grim. Grim's great.
So it's a Dragonborn that is battle scarred and showing signs of age. So he's very old, and all they have is that he is some sort of magic user, and was like he has all of this information. He should have his name. He should have his name. So
That's the one thing the Dragonborn took.
yeah,
That was the only thing in his records.
What did you pay?
Um,
There you go. Name's the most important thing ever.
wait. Okay.
Oh no, I dropped the die.
Get my NPC database up.
Oh, that's right. I forgot you used that.
Okay, right. He says, he says, I don't know his full name or anything, but the guards over the years had taken to just referring to him as Kuth, Kuth, as he had a very long and complicated name.
Oh boy.
Oh god, maybe it is Faye shenanigans. We don't know his real name.
He says the main reason he'd been in solitary is his penchant for telepathy and using it to, let's say, fuck with the other prisoners. Speaking in their minds and whatnot and making them freak out.
Good to know he's got a sense of humour.
Well, he did, I suppose. But if he's possessed, he's a dangerous one. And with that, unless you've got any questions for him, that's him.
Not really, but after we leave, I do want to talk with the party.
Okay. He thanks you again for working so very hard to protect our fair city. But if you don't mind, I certainly have a lot of work to do to get this place back up and running. Crime won't stop itself, unfortunately.
Did I end up okay, this is gonna be a thing. Way back when we broke out of the prison, did I take any of like the snacks or anything there?
No, I would vaguely remember seeing a large walrus take snacks.
No, I don't think you did.
I know that I raided the medicine cabinet for the sake of making sure people didn't get hurt.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, you just
I don't think there was anything there of value. I was gonna say, I can't really cook them anything and take too long. Oh well. Said, farewell, Warden, as I just kind of walk out.
Yeah, I'll follow behind him, but I will take back my Balgura horn.
Okay, yeah, fair enough. He is happy to see it go and immediately starts to wipe his desk.
So who's got the letter?
I will provide each of you with.
I thought we'd each have our own letter/pardon.
Yeah.
Okay.
Makes sense.
Just so that, yeah. So I'll get that ready now. But while you have your,
do we have to visit the king? Can we just avoid it?
No, you can avoid it.
Man, we've got a pardon.
I'm talking to the party. I'm curious what everyone else wants to do.
I wouldn't say we have to go to the head royalty, but when he said telepathy, do you all remember when we all first came to our senses in the prison, how all of us heard that voice talking to us? Do you think that might have been him?
Highly possible, but whether it was him or not, regardless, we did come to our senses, and we have not tried killing each other since. So I imagine that we are most likely fine.
I'm just trying to think if maybe he's in a situation like us, where he's under the influence.
Probably. I mean, now, this might just be me projecting a bit, but if I was in his circumstance and I had broken out of solitary and I didn't have anyone else, I would probably get as much supplies as I could and ditch town as soon as possible.
Can I roll insight to see if he's talking from experience?
Versus whatever role he wants to make. Yep, sure.
I'm gonna go ahead and make a straight wisdom check, I think.
See, you've got the right idea. Gathering the supplies in a big city like this.
I will say,
Might be able to look at outside settlements.
You kind of realize that Sigurd has experienced people not really being too happy with his performance a couple of times early on, where he had went like without his father to a place and wasn't exactly the nicest. Like, he tried to make good food, but he, was kind of rude, so he kind of, he had to leave. Problems. Yeah, he had to leave.
Okay.
Granted, you do also know that it was not like there was no malicious intent in it.
Yeah.
It's just Sigurd being Sigurd.
I gotcha. Also, Holly, were you saying something? Sorry.
Sorry.
Corda was giving advice to Sigurd's escape plan.
I want to hear it.
Since gathering supplies in a big city like this might make sense, but it's the smaller settlements you want to go for. That warden says that word travels slow, so if there's any smaller bits around here, you'd have a less chance of getting caught.
Aye, that'd be true.
I'm not in cahoots with a bunch of criminals.
You don't need an insight check to tell that's from experience.
Sigurd quickly looks at Enna and he says, "Perish the thought." Like I said, and I kind of pull out my pole of collapsing and my rope of mending, and I say, would the rope of mending or the pole of collapsing have like a seal on it for being like things you specifically get for being in the Adventurers Guild?
Yeah, they'll have it'll be engraved into the pole, and it'll have like a little ribbon on the rope.
Sure, that works. I just like pull that out and I show the engraving. I'm like, this is my staff from the Adventurers Guild that I worked at. Although I will say, after blacking out, and you kind of see his eyes go to like nom mode. He's just like, after conking out, I cannot quite say how terrible the things around me may have gotten.
Alright.
I mean, yours is probably the most violent.
I am imagining, out of character, I'm imagining that the cannibalism one was probably Sigurd.
Yeah.
I mean, you know how to make a good meal.
I mean,
1 pound, 1 pan, 1 tasty meal.
We know people are killing each other anyway. You might as well, you don't want to.
If it was Enna, she would probably she would throw herself in the lava. She would not be able to live with herself.
It's just all of the worst crimes were Anna, and everybody else was doing petty theft.
I'd like to think that the cannibalism was me as an attempt. I forgot that I don't have a mouth. I just tossing meat into my face.
You're just eating like little robots and stuff.
Right.
Auto-gnome cannibalism.
Come here, scary.
First and foremost, is there any sort of, seal on the Notice of Pardon?
Yes, yeah, it has an official seal from the...
I definitely want to try to remember that as much as possible, so that if we wind up actually losing the letter, one of us, I myself could at least use prestidigitation to make a medal with that seal on it in my hand.
Smart. So the seal would just be this symbol up here.
Sigurd kind of takes out, as he sees that Enna is taking notice of the seal, he takes out a pad of paper and he starts scratching out
he just draws it onto his apron.
Both the seal and Enna looking at it, kind of kind of being like a miniature artist.
Literally just draws it on your apron for everyone to see. Hey, look, the warden signed my shirt!
On an 8 intelligence, who knows?
He just wouldn't be particularly popular with Grim anymore. He's just the warden seal on your shirt.
Yeah.
Alright, so with that, you may continue to do whatever you would like to in the town, but as you make your way towards whatever your next destination is, you see a man stood very, very close to the lava at the edge, as he has a stone tablet at his feet that he has etched something into in Dwarvish, and it reads, "The end is nigh," and he stood atop his little soapbox as he is shouting about a portal to hell is opening up and is going to swallow up the whole world, and people are walking past him, giving him dirty looks and basically trying to avoid him as much as possible.
I want to walk directly up in his face.
Okay.
This can only go well.
Precariously balanced at the edge towards the lava, so
I kind of look at him and I'm like, you know, you might just fall in the lava, right?
Anything would be better than this corrupt world. We, sir, live in a society.
Okay. Oh my God! No, it's Jay Leno. Sigurd like hears him say this and is like, "So why are you standing here holding a sign, bothering other people instead of just jumping in the lava?"
oh, Sigurd's gone dark mode.
Sigurd is like very direct. He's very curious. Like, it's a morbid curiosity. Like, Sigurd's like, why haven't, like, why?
You can change yourself now.
Yeah, basic. Oh my God.
What is a dwarf say in response?
He gives you a confused look as he says,
I'm not here to,
as he looks back and like wobbles slightly with his balance.
I'm not here to just throw myself into the lava. I'm here to tell people the truth. The end is coming. Hell on Earth, or on Corda, which is made of Earth, because Earth is the ground. Yeah, the end is nigh. Everybody's going to die. Hellfire will rain from the skies, and lava will pollute the oceans, and we will all die a horrible.
I'm writing this on my note. Like I turned a page. I'm writing this down on the notebook. So okay.
How does that make you feel?
How about instead of standing on a box next to lava, first of all, you
it's
move
really
a little bit
dramatic
closer.
backlighting for my speech.
That's great. Okay. I do like that. If you're gonna do that, you might wanna not necessarily move closer inward, but maybe put like a railing or something behind you, so you get that light, but you know you don't accidentally fall in.
That's a very good point.
Yeah.
Well,
Also, might I recommend making some pamphlets? It might help you better if instead of just yelling and bothering everyone, you actually hand them something to take home and consider. You know, something maybe a little bit more positive thinking. So if your message is the end is nigh and you know the world is just a terrible place, maybe you can use that as kind of a message.
Hey, Sigurd! Wait for the drink!
Okay, hold on, give me 1 second. Anyway, and I kind of give him a hearty pack on the shoulder, like kind of almost pushing him in, and then I pull him back, and I kind of give him this like scary look, and I'm just like, just be careful, and then I walk away.
I like to imagine during that conversation, Corda, Kasson, and Wakefield were all standing in a line next to each other. Corda leans into Kasson like, "I'm gonna push him in."
Yeah, Sigurd, as you give him a pat on the shoulder, he wobbles on his soapbox and falls into the lava.
What? But I caught him!
Did you catch it? You gonna roll?
No. I told you I mean, I will roll if you want me to, but my whole thing was when I tapped him, I wanted to grab his shirt, so I pulled him in case he was gonna fall.
Oh, sorry. I was laughing so hard that
You were just kind of speaking words.
I was literally just speaking random
Yeah,
words.
roll me dex.
Roll you dex? Okay.
Uh-oh!
He's dead.
No!
I guess someone's dying.
7.
So he falls back into the lava. Right, he falls back into the lava. His last words as he is falling is "The end is nigh!" As he
And immediately, as he falls back, Sigurd's just like, huh. Well, it's a shame. I kicked the soapbox in, and then I walk back to the party.
okay. What are we gonna do with the
Wait,
witnesses?
do I have
Do you think the sheriff's on that?
Go ahead.
This is an evil campaign, right?
This is an evil campaign now, apparently.
Sorry, Plains, what were you saying?
Sorry.
Oh, no, I was checking to see if I had Featherfall available. I do not.
You do not. Okay, right.
Oh, God.
Well,
So
Sigurd is now going to, like, internally, like, just reflect the entire rest of the day.
Or the so are there witnesses?
yes, yeah. There's the people that have been,
Right.
like he
Very convinced,
chose a spot that was like, you know, had
She
foot
coughs.
traffic.
Yeah. She coughs in her hand like. Oh no! I cannot believe this fella killed himself as a martyr to his message. No, that's a shame, innit? That's a shame. Alright, let's go. Come on, let's move.
All right, cool.
Move on, kids.
Get back up top.
As you just created a martyr, essentially. Like as you're walking away, you can see some of the people that were like not paying attention to him before have like started paying attention, and like they go
As it
over,
always is.
and a couple of them were like standing on his soapbox now, going, "The end truly is nigh," and they're taking his spot.
Something tells me we helped his cause.
I think that soapbox might be enchanted with like idiot magic or some shit.
I mean,
Very
they
possible.
are telling the truth. Like, there's demons everywhere, so. Alright, so. With that, you can continue. If there's any other shoppy stuff that you want to do, you may do so now.
Before our crimes catch up to us.
Yeah, right?
As we're oh sorry, where can you go?
Sorry. I was just gonna say, on this like note and on the fact that we got a reward, I feel like Sigurd would go pick up tents and hit nudge nudge to possibly leave town.
Well, fair enough. I think there's tents at the general store, which is the
there's-
apple.
5 plus
Apples.
Nice apples, mate.
You can get vegetables and fruits and barrels and baskets and tents. There was no rhyming there. It felt like
No
it
flicks
felt
that
like it
fall
was gonna
on my
rhyme,
nose
but it
and eyelashes. Brown paper packages tied up with string.
didn't. Welcome to the general store. Always
Yep,
a song
we're
and
gonna get-
dance.
Oh my god, I feel like Weird Al Yankovic is about to start singing. I'm going to the, we're going to the hardware store.
Oh, I need to give the general store
We killed a man.
to like a load of strength because he's. There we go.
You gotta buff up that building.
Both. Right,
I
so
know that Enna actually wants to head to the Adventurers Guild, but if someone else wants to do something, they can do that first.
Well, there is an adventure still in town. I mean, I will happily follow you there.
So as we're walking through the streets of the town, Corda reaches into her pouch, over to Sigurd, looks over at Sigurd and Kasson and says, "So used to knew what that demon writing was. In that case, do you think you can make out what the hell this is?" and she pulls out a strange note from her pouch.
Wait, what?
She holds it out and says, "I can read this first bit, but that's my name. It's not signed yet."
Interesting.
What is that written in?
Infernal, I think.
That is written in Infernal. Yeah.
It's the same kind of writing that was in that journal you read.
I feel like seeing this. Did you do this like in front of the whole party?
Largely just to Kasson and Sigurd, but she's not attempting to hide it. So
so
Enna and Wakefield are probably listening if they want.
I would say at seeing it, Sigurd would kind of like take a good look, and then he's like about to start recanting it in Infernal. Mm-hmm. At which point, I feel like Enna looks at me, and Sigurd immediately just goes, "Oh right."
The Wanderer speaking in devil language. Starts levitating.
Could you imagine? But no, then he would start reading it in common.
Keep it hush hush.
Yeah. Of course. Hush hush. And at the moment, I only see it in the symbols.
What, you can't read that? You're supposed to be able to read it.
Hey, you're a phony!
I will say you used a surprisingly accurate alphabet system. I can see where some of the symbols are same, which means it's probably translatable if I had the key, but I don't have the key.
I can read it. Corda, I agree to the terms outlined below in exchange for information regarding the whereabouts of Captain Ambrose.
There it is! Nah, it's more like this.
God damn.
Yeah. He's got a stumble.
Corda, if you click on it again and put it back into the chat, it should be the correct one now. Or translated.
Oh, if I click on it here, it's translated now? Oh shit.
There we go. It says, the undersigned agrees to eradicate the cult known as the Brotherhood of Infernal Devotion, who worships, perturb the peace of the underworld, and disrupts the sanctity of my domain. In exchange for the successful eradication of said cult, I, the undersigned, shall receive the precise location of Captain Ambrose as promised by the Infernal entity herein referred to as the Contractor. The undersigned acknowledges that failure to fulfill the terms of this contract shall result in forfeiture of the promised information and may incur additional penalties as deemed fit by the contractor. This contract is binding upon signature and shall remain in effect until the terms herein are fulfilled to the satisfaction of the contractor. Signed, and then it says by signing whatever. So, I reckon then they do not like that cult.
That's the cult we've been up against earlier. That's the cult that was bringing that fellow over to life. Is it?
Nope.
No, it's not. Oh shit, okay.
The other one was the, where's my notes?
The Rankenbile.
Yep, the Rankenbile. Rankenbile! I love words.
2 cults. Fucking hell. This is a headache, isn't it? But...
So, I guess I'll take religion checks.
Okay.
About that.
-1 religion.
You and
18.
I mean, that's surprising. That's more surprising.
You know, I'm really good at playing character. He knows.
No, I'm not good at playing a character.
Okay.
No, you are. That's insane.
So,
Pretty funny.
Corda and Kasson. Corda surprisingly, but Kasson not so much surprisingly, are both aware that signing this, should it have been written by an actual devil, is binding to the point that they would have control over your soul should you fail your end of the bargain. Should they want to keep your soul or sell it or fuck with it, would be whatever.
Stu said he knew a couple of folks who dance for the devils. Never ended well for them, but he always said that they put on the brightest of shows before showing you the darkest of hell.
What?
I guess this is what he meant.
So you mean like bards that worship devils?
No. Maybe. I don't know.
Alright, so...
This note is gonna... Well, whoever the hell this devil is that wants me to make a deal, they know exactly what I want. Bollocks. That's not fair.
Also, you got that when you were drunk, and
You
you don't
haven't
even remember how you
explained it
got
yet,
it.
have you?
What did Kasson say there?
You haven't signed it yet, have you?
Not yet. I have to... Can't deny. It's tempting. I don't care what happens to this city. I don't care if folks like that dwerg die in the lava. I want to find my crew. I want to get back to my life.
You know,
Fair enough.
I do too, but let's maybe not do a scorched earth type of mentality, because at the end of the day, this is their world too.
Scorched Earth, I haven't heard about that in ages.
Maybe that was a poor choice of words, considering we're surrounded by lava and brimstone, but you know what I'm saying. I understand you wanting to find your crew, wanting to find who you consider to be your family. But I don't think that means we should let other people around us suffer for it.
Sigurd kind of thinks for a second. He's like, we shouldn't cause any suffering. Is what you mean, I think.
Yes, because as much as I want to help, I know we can't help everyone, but we should try to help out where we can while we're trying to fulfill what we're here to do.
Those folks got nothing to do with my business. You think I had any help? I was with my crew, we had to fend for ourselves. I had to fend for myself until I met them.
Consider what is your business, being your eternal soul. Suppose this contract is a trap. You go and hunt down this cult, only to find out that one of the members is immortal. Sure, you cut off his arms and legs, stuff him in a tiny jar, and he's functionally out of the way, but you didn't kill him. Therefore, the contract was not fulfilled. Therefore, your soul belongs to the contractor, who then has you hunt down your very own captain just for the fun of it. Don't deal with devils. It's never a good idea. Present company excluded, of course.
Wait, who excluded, of course?
I don't make deals. I just make friends. There's a difference.
Absolutely, of course there's a difference. And I kind of give him a pat on the shoulder.
I understand not having the help you might need when you were in the past, Corda. But I think I speak for everyone here in this party when I say you've got help and support now. At least with me, I'll always catch you when you fall.
Hey.
She ponders for a second, looking at the note. She looks over to Enna, gives a bit of a toothy grin and says, "Good fucking luck," and then stuffs that note inside her pouch.
Do you think we could burn it?
That's the thing.
She shoots you all a dirty look.
Why? I didn't say that. I'm just trying to help what I can.
Fair enough.
Was that I'll catch you when I fall, a callback to
A callback to what?
My session 0.
Aww.
That was the song that Berkeley would always sing for like his opening.
Oh, that's great.
So Yeah, well, you can, as you make your way through the town, and you get your whatever supplies you are looking for, is there any final stops in here before you leave?
I think Enna and I were going to the Adventurers Guild.
Okay.
Yeah. Because I wanted to make sure that word got around to them, at least.
They could probably transfer information faster than most.
Yeah. Plus, not only that, I want a little more information from about Kuth or Koth.
Interesting. Okay.
Just so that I know what to look out for.
Mm-hmm. All right. So you head over to the Adventurers Guild. Sigurd, you are familiar with the guild's headquarters up in Kultvirk, but not this particular branch. You haven't been here before.
Boy.
It is quite a bit smaller, and it appears to be just a house that has been bought and converted, so it's only really got space for like 2 or 3 people in it. Arriving, you enter and are greeted by a deep gnome who sits at a makeshift reception desk that is just like a dining table that's been sawed in half and like pushed very close to the front door. As he sits behind it and sees you come in, he goes, Welcome to the Adventurers Guild. Are you here to solve problems, or are you here to tell us your problems? And he sees you and immediately goes, "Oh fuck!"
Wait. We come here on a pardon from the warden, and Enna slowly reaches into her bag, not making any sudden moves to make him think. Like, I'm doing this like how we have to do it with police here if we have to reach for something.
Yeah.
Just slowly reaching into a bag, narrating everything I'm doing, and I'm going to pull out the letter and rest it on the desk in front of him.
Okie doke. Yeah, obviously, as he sees you put your hand into your bag, he
Most power kill.
Magic assault.
We are the problem.
I just remembered about the 2 police officers that shot their own car because of an acorn.
Yeah.
So
Bad.
he doesn't do that, but is clearly kind of like concerned, and he puts his like hand on his sheath. But saying that you just pull out the letter and put it in front of him, he gives it a quick read over and says, "Pardoned? Why the fuck did you get pardoned? Sorry, pardon my old Dorian. How did you get pardoned for the shit you got?" There me go doing my old Dorian again.
Don't worry about it. I've worked in taverns my whole life. I've heard worse.
How did you get pardoned?
Well,
That's none of your concern at the moment.
Sigurd, come now. Do we really want to leave questions unanswered for the guild that can come hunting for us?
I would rather
So
we
before-
trade in information first before we answer questions.
What did Tom say?
I feel like they'll trust us more if they know what we're capable of. Show them the horn.
The horn.
Oh, yes. The code.
If you say so, unzipped pants.
Here's your footlong, sir. Here we go again. So yeah, Enna once again slowly reaches into her bag and presents the Balgura horn.
It's a horn.
What is What is that? It stinks. God, no.
Sorry about that.
Put it away. Put it away.
Alright. The noises are actually on point. I love that. So Enna puts it away. That was a horn from, what was it called?
Mulgura.
Thank you, Sigurd. It was a big thing causing problems down in the lower districts. The wardens just wanted us to all take care of it before he finalized the paperwork. A little tit for tat, if you will.
Oh, I see.
We also saved him from the infernal infestation within the prison complex.
Yeah, that too.
So, okay. So we're privy to the Taps's big long nose. We're privy to the problems. I see. Okay.
Yes, and I myself would like to apologize for whatever I've done. I was under some sort of weird spell. I'm not sure how to describe it, but it wasn't to me, but...
Well, considering what's been going around, I imagine it was some form of... Oh, wrong accent. Some form of, possession. But,
most likely.
Well... You might still stink to me, but if you got an official pardon, there ain't much I can do about it. I will say that make sure you hold on to that. You don't want to lose those. They don't grow on trees. But it is.
Parchment.
Well, it's papyrus. It grows in the grass, and we squish it out.
He-Man.
Yes.
Okay,
so
sorry.
You. He says. All right. So, considering you're pardoned, and we don't need to keep an eye out for you. Is there any business you're here on the lookout for?
Yes, actually. The warden said something about a prisoner breaking free by the name of Kuth, I believe it was. Kuth?
Ah, right. Yes.
I was wondering if you could possibly give us some more information, since it seems the prison's records were stolen when he escaped.
Okay.
Just so that we can be on the lookout for him.
He takes out a Rolodex. But it's got a little bit of like gnomish ingenuity to it, and he pulls it out. It's huge. It's like old typewriter size. Plonks it down on the desk and taps a little like horn looking thing in the front of it, and he leans in and he goes, "Kuth," and it starts flipping automatically. And he says, "No, Kuth." Thing doesn't understand my accent. Kuth. Alright, that's it. And he pulls out a small card type thing that has a little bit of information about the Dragonborn, which says his full name is Kuthnak Nurik Gagar. He is a white dragonborn. There was, prior to his first incarceration, a 5,000 GP reward for his capture. There's probably going to be another reward, but in the meantime, we're trying to keep his escape a little bit of hush hush while we're trying to figure all of this out. But
I completely understand that.
Says here he's a magician. No, he's a wizard. Sorry, that's my bad. I don't really read Dwarvish too good. He's a wizard of some sort.
Right.
He's mostly in here for mind control-y type stuff.
Yeah, the warden did say something about that. Something about messing with the minds of the prisoners.
Yeah, he weren't too popular in the prison anyway, that's for sure. I'm pretty sure they put him into solitary confinement.
Yes.
Pretty sure it was more for his protection, for pissing everybody else off, though.
I could see that. Right.
So I suppose if you do find him, be aware that there may be a reward for his return.
Right.
In the meantime, there are a few more contracts that could be took if anybody's interested.
Yeah, I know Sigurd followed me here, and obviously Kazan, since he's talking. Who else is here in the party? Is just everyone?
Yeah, we're all here, I think.
Okay. Yeah, I'm here.
Okay.
Here, we are very simply the herd.
I didn't think anyone left.
Okay.
Right. So, I guess first and foremost, does anyone here want to see if we could get our actual wanted posters not all ripped up?
I do.
I do.
I need to add
Curious
one
what I
collection.
do.
Yeah, would you happen to have a copy of our wanted posters? That way we know what all we did while we were under.
I don't have your wanted posters. You were incarcerated about 3.5 months ago at this point. But
makes sense.
you're I do have a small record about the same size as the rest of them here, and one by one he goes through and he's like, Enna Brightwood, Enna, and like gets the cards for each of them, and yeah, he is able to get a card for each of them, and they will have the individual crimes listed on each one, and it is entirely up to your characters whether they want to know specifically. No, it's not going to say like time and place and stuff like that. It's just going to be a list of crimes, but
Yeah.
I mean, it's up to your characters.
I
Tell me my
definitely want mine.
I
crimes.
think Sean would want to know.
Oh, yep.
I think all of us want to know.
Yeah, all of us want to know what the hell we did.
All right, okay. Well, with that, but Anna said she'd throw herself into the lava.
Don't worry, I'll stop that from happening.
Oh yeah, you'll be the one to stop me after what you did to the dwarf on the box.
That was an accident.
Okay, so
I'll stop you by unaliving you.
yes, every single one of you has at least got murder charges.
Ah, shit.
Nice.
Yeah, I was expecting that.
I mean, I didn't murder someone.
Sigurd does have cannibalism.
He was right.
Yeah, no, I know.
And the murder charges are like they've got an X number beside them, like times this, and each of you have like at least double digits.
Who has the high skill count?
You can roll for it.
I don't think Anna wants to be part of that, but fuck it. Just...
What dice? Tell me the dice.
I would say we don't even need to roll for it. I feel like Wakefield or Corda easily take that.
Yeah.
What? No.
Well, okay, if you want Wakefield or Corda, both of you two can roll.
What dice we rolling?
Okay, just roll.
Yeah.
Just roll me a D20 plus 10.
Okay. So D12 and the D10.
A D20 plus 10. Ah, you bitch!
I got more kills than you. How morbid is this in front of that guy?
Why'd you roll a D10?
Well, the D10 came out as a 10 anyway, so it's fine.
Bastard.
Alright, okay. So, okay, everybody wants to know
here we go!
Everyone's trying to beat my high score. Ah, you got me by 1.
The hag.
I am unfortunately quite efficient in combat.
The gnome is like clearly pressing a button under his desk right now.
Because we're just sitting here like
as subtle as you would imagine. As he's pressing it, every time he presses it, you can hear like a single like
bang
of a bell like going like in one of the rooms upstairs.
Did anyone else hear that digging noise?
It immediately stops. No.
Oh, okay, I must be hearing things.
Well, it was great to have you here. It turns out we have no contracts available right now. So,
But wait,
You're the one to murder?
didn't you just say?
oh, they just got took. I think.
Oh, that's a shame.
If anybody actually does want to look at the contracts, you can.
I would assume they'd be on a bounty board somewhere.
Yeah, they'll be.
They're not like
on a board.
on him.
Yeah, it'll be a board right behind him. So there is a mysterious artifact that is in the river of lava that has been causing that has caused one of the bridges to collapse. And they're worried that whatever this is might cause the other bridges to collapse and basically fuck the economy in the lower districts. So they want that to be solved. They also a dragon's skull was stolen from the palace. That needs returned.
I quickly check the skull in my pocket. A humanoid skull with elongated canine teeth. Okay, good. Phew.
To be fair, if it was, you could have just been like, "Oh, already done that one."
Oh, look at that! I found it! Wow!
Oh.
And there is the cavern beast, which is a in one of the mine shafts. There are strange monsters that have showed up very recently, and they're described, and Corda would recognize the description. And then the last thing is there are missing children from like local towns and stuff surrounding the city of Öskular, so in like the Öskular county or whatever. So those are all the things. And it's okay. I don't mind repeating any of them. Basically, if you find any of those and happen to solve them, oh, you do? Good. If you find those and happen to solve them, then you can come get a reward.
Back and claim the reward.
Yeah, claim a bit more monies.
We could probably do the one with the artifact. It's probably the closest.
I don't really
just
jump
go back down to where you just killed someone.
Return to the scene of the crime.
Maybe we get here. maybe wait a day or two before we do that.
All right. And with that, you are free to go. So it is probably.
Do we want to be heroic and go save some kids?
So Corda is eyeing up the fight pit and also the monsters. That's what Corda's eyeing up. She's always itching to dive into action. As for me, I don't mind what we do.
Oh, I've lost everybody's.
Might be our daily Discord.
Hello? Hello?
Are you there?
Yeah,
Hello?
that's so
It's the
fucking
time
funny.
of death.
Hello!
we
Death.
lose connection for like half a second, and everybody starts freaking out.
That's so
Dude, it's the green screen of
PTSD
death.
right
Oh
here.
no, it's here.
Oh no.
This is PTSD.
I do too. White. But no, Sigurd's just wondering what Enna/everyone else is looking.
You'd see
Anna's following the party. She knows that she's kind of stuck with you guys now.
You'd see Corda eyeing up the poster about the monsters in the mines.
Although maybe we should get a long rest because I don't have many spell slots left.
See, you and I both agreed on that.
How about some monsters?
Although, what I will say is, wouldn't it be better if we didn't stay in the town? It'd be
Why?
cheaper. Oh, just in case we run into other people that know about us, or, I don't know.
The way I look at it, we've got our pardons. The Adventurers Guild knows that we're pardoned, so if anyone goes to report us, they can spread the word.
As you are stood here, somebody comes in holding a guard comes in. He's holding a stone tablet that says "The end is nigh," and he sets it on the desk, and he says,
It's been a murder.
and he says, "We're looking into it, but we've got our hands full. We wouldn't mind if if you have put a bounty up to find whoever did this." And the gnome.
Sigurd, you might want to turn that 16 to a 17.
Sorry.
You gotta
Sigurd looks at Corda. He's like, I'm sorry, what?
And the gnome, he goes, "Oh, not Darius! Not Darius!" He goes, "Oh, that poor fucker. He had a wife and kids."
So that's 17 kills.
I don't think Sigurd rolled. Yeah, Sigurd didn't roll for his kill count.
He got 16.
You did. That's a 16. No, that's a 17.
No, that's me. That's Enna.
No,
No,
both of you.
You both got 16.
Oh, I don't see his roll.
I'll screenshot it, put it in general or in chat.
Oh, Wisp is dying right now.
Oh god.
Yeah,
They
just like the dwarf.
I didn't roll to hit him, but I had to roll to save him. I feel like that was kind of cheese.
Anyway, right, with that, he starts to describe to the gnome what, like a general description of the people that he saw, and the party realizes that this is probably their cue to leave.
Out of here, fuck ass.
So again, can we just like go a little ways out of the city and like set up a camp? I mean, I got tents.
You did buy
Yeah.
tents. I know.
Yeah,
I
that might
just
be a good
really want
idea.
to use the camp, but
I know. Yeah, I know you. I know. I really do.
Man is
What
begging.
time of day is it, by the way? Because we've done a lot since we've been down there.
Yeah, it's getting late. It's nearly Betty Bice for for the party, I'd say.
Alright, yeah, you know what, Sigurd, that might actually be a good idea. Let's turn tail for a little bit.
Alright. Okay. So you
Oh, that's cool.
Oh! Wakefield also bought another tent. We got 4 now.
Oh, shit. Oh, well.
Hey, no, that's fine, because that means all of us get a big enough tent.
We'll get our money's worth if I go big.
Alright,
Literally. Or we can put some fire as a distraction.
you
Totally works.
make your way. Where is all? They're all up there. Whee! You make your way out through the big gate and find yourselves out in. Oh, I moved the prisons with you.
Oh, hell yeah. Oh, there it goes. Okay.
Prison.
Motherfucker. We're never escaping.
It was nothing but a dream.
Right, yeah, so you are. Wait. Oh, Sigurd's got too much stuff.
Sigurd has anti-alcohol right now.
Yeah. So
Yeah, I don't know why, but I think I have normal carry capacity where Fanoy are supposed to have like double or something.
Ah, right. Yes, that's true. We can ignore that then. Don't worry about that. I will. So, yes, you head out into the frigid cold. The air is immediately a lot fresher than the smoke of Öskular, and you. It's almost like breathing after having like mints compared to being in there.
Oh, it's so good.
Minty is just cold spicy.
It is.
Yes, it is.
And you are out into the wilderness.
Sigurd takes a sharp inhale and he breathes, and you see as this Fanoy literally is like so happy to be out of there. It's like,
Yeah.
nothing quite like a cold day.
I must say, it is a bit nicer being out here than in there, but I did mighty enjoy the warmth. Reminded me of being back home. Just cuddled up with my parents in front of a fire.
Fair enough. But you can only enjoy that after you've been cold. You're hot all the time. It's terrible. Trust me.
Uh-oh.
Alright, so you move to. You probably can't move too far. But just outside of Öskular for now.
I was thinking, why am I not playing a ranger and not remembered snake?
And you set up camp.
Actually, the extra tent now.
Oh, this is cute!
Yeah.
Victory.
You call that a fire? No one's
Wakefield.
sleeping tonight.
Wakefield, please do not make the fire too much big. I'm gonna cook us something to eat. As I go ahead and I use my special cook. Let's see here.
Turn that off. That is very bright.
I think I have. I think just for me to.
Oh no, it's happening again.
I think that if someone pokes him, they get infected too.
Hold on, let's find out. Hello, am I here?
Oh
Time
shit,
to
he
break it
broke.
up.
Oh no!
I think you actually did start to there at the end.
Oh fuck! Oh no! It actually happened.
I'm so lost.
You broke
We're
up
checking.
really bad.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Anyway, I'm gonna try and make meat stew. 'Cause I think I have enough. Where are my ingredients? 4 meat, 4 vegetable, and 4 bread. How do I... What?
Alright, so basically you're just using your ingredients and then you're getting...
You might want to double check the type of meat you got there.
Well, I have...
it's a bit gamey. Is this walrus?
Stop breaking up!
His mouth's full of walruses.
Yum, I'm so full of walrus.
I'm so full from cigarettes. Yum.
Okay, so that is basically you're gonna get your long rests, and you're all gonna get 5 temp HP from Sigurd's cooking. Well, actually, can you hear me, Wisp?
Yes.
I can hear you.
Okay, cool.
I can hear
You
you.
need to make me a D20 wisdom check, please.
Absolutely. If I could stop being disconnected.
You'll see Wakefield just grab a handful and throw it in his face.
Got a
Tasty.
12.
12. Okay, yeah. So everybody gets 5 temp HP.
I'ma smack him.
Go ahead.
Yeah, you still get the 5.
What would it...
Quick, everyone beat the shit out of the walrus. Make him cook better.
It would have had to be a natural 20 to be higher.
Yeah, if it was natural 20, it would have been 10.
Yeah.
Oh,
Wait,
and you...
did it 5 for meat stew?
Right, write down the ingredients that you used.
It's so bad. Oh no.
But yes, let me see. Just gonna move.
Wisp, come back to us.
I can still hear you! I haven't gone anywhere! I'm just...
Like he's still here.
It's like he's still here talking to us, making bread puns. Oh, how I miss him.
It's breadily delicious.
That was just
Incredible.
bad. That was bad.
I'm so full of bread.
Your jokes make me crumble.
No,
Oh, I am getting a whiplash right now.
Don't get me
Somehow.
started.
Thousands of miles away, 300 years ago, we feel a party of 5 adventurers get ulcers in their stomachs.
Guys, please, we don't need to do this.
You do not need to
Fuck,
do
that was a pun! No! I didn't even think of that!
The
Never
curse has
escape.
begun.
We killed them. We killed them.
Oh.
Alright. So,
Discord gods, please help us.
Please!
I'm going to...
Oh yeah, no, Wisp is posting, his, I guess Wi-Fi just keeps randomly spiking.
Okay, so...
Dragonborn of Team, what?!
That was meant to be private.
I think
I think we're about to be in for a rude awakening.
It feels like someone wants to sell me something!
Okay, to be fair, That was a stealth check, and it was below all of your passives anyway, so you are about to just find out. As you are sat around at camp, a white dragonborn approaches you at your camp. He is old. He has scars on him, and he is carrying a my eyes! He is carrying
I see you.
He just put on the high beams.
He is carrying a staff that is clearly fashioned out of nearby branches, as it still has some snow attached to it. He approaches and he says, I see you have escaped, taken ones.
I recognize your voice.
Oh my god, I was right.
You spoke to us in the dungeon.
It was I who freed you from their grasp. Alas, your journey only just begins.
As he walks slowly towards you, he pulls down some of his ruffled kind of clothes and exposes the back of his neck to you, and you can see that he has the same mark as you. And he
The warden was right.
He says,
Indeed, the warden knows more than he lets on.
Bastard.
Would you like some food?
I am famished.
I go ahead and pour him a bowl of the meat stew, and I pass it over to him.
awesome. He thanks you as he sits down, and I'm sure Corda's sitting there thinking, I could just probably fucking knock him out.
That's my first instinct with everybody.
Headbutt.
No, it doesn't look like a door.
So you sit around the campfire as he tells you a story.
Yay, bedtime story!
Once, long ago, before mankind set foot on this icy earth, dragons and giants fought for the kingdom of Öskular. Eventually, the dwarves arrived, and with their help, giants finally defeated the last of the dragons. A deal was made as both parties, mankind and giant alike, were so wounded from the battle that they knew they could not face another. So Öskular
was belonged now to both. In the millennia since then, the treaty has become fragile, cracked at its seams, and now hell comes to Öskular and threatens to break the treaty once and for all. He says, inscribed into the very stone of Mount of the volcano, written in Infernal, is the word Asmodeus. Legend says it was there before even the giants and dragons. I believe the volcano itself is a doorway waiting to be opened. A doorway that has started to peek open. And it is us, you, those with the mark of the Taken but manage to be free of it, that stand the only chance of stopping this for good. For if Asmodeus erupts, the world will be swallowed into the hells. He sets down his bowl. You realize that it has completely kind of frozen over. The food untouched as he stands up and bids you farewell. Only the Taken Ones can stop the oncoming storm. It is your choice now to cower away or to fight. And he says, as his last words before he leaves, should you need to contact me, use the mark. Until then, farewell, Taken Ones. I will see you in hell.
Well, that wasn't quite nice.
He didn't eat the soup! And you see Sigurd immediately, he like goes over, he picks up the soup, and he like literally puts the bowl like as close to the fire as possible, as he wants to try and thaw the soup.
Well,
Just like,
wow, that's certainly a lot to take in.
I don't know.
Lord Ump. Sigurd's breaking up again.
Why is it that only the walrus is having problems speaking?
It's probably
I
the
don't know.
toast.
Common wasn't his first
I mean-
language.
To be fair, yeah, Common is not my first language. Anyway.
Alright, so with that we will leave it there just as you hear howling in the distance. Wolves.
Well, looks like we might have some more meat on the menu, Sigurd.
Don't tempt me.
Oh, it's not tempting. I'm being dead serious. Wolf was rare, but he was good eating back in my home village.
This stream was made possible thanks to my amazing Patreon supporters, so thank you all so much for your support, and a great big thanks to the Dastardly DMs, Whimsical Wisp and Moxie the Demon.